Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
Down. 180.
55. Hey, eat.
That's what we do.
It's a part of that. Check.
80 weapon.
Say. Check. 55.
White Monday down.
55 to Mike. Hey, get in the weight room.
One, later one.
Flare.
Go.
Mike, 55.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Check.
No take. Spell.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Switch.
Hey, can he forward?
Check. 50. Check. 53's Mike. Curl it. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Let's go, D.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. And what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate him. and really say thanks because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there.
Second and 5 at the 25-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
55, Mike, guys, 55. Go, go, go. Mike 55, Mike 55. Stop your whining.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, Orbit.
Hey, eat. Oh, here we go. Oh, check, 55. Check,
Now
55.
Carr.
Get that quarterback.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time.
First down, Raiders.
Monday, down. 180.
55, Mike. Push him back.
White.
Hey.
That's it.
Carr now to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd year in Oakland for Waller after being signed off the Ravens practice squad, but only 6 catches, 75 yards a season ago. Then he got a lot of hype in the offseason following OTAs. Their offensive coordinators saying, yeah, Darren, you have that position. Coach Green went as far as to say, Darren, you have the chance of a lifetime here. Well, now it's time for Darren Waller to go out there and prove it. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
4 down.
White Monday.
Throwing his Carr, 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
We're set. 18.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
Check. 54.
Once again, they run with Breda on first down. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check.
Check 52. Hey, 59. Check 9.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
That's what I'm talking
No
about.
gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Switch.
Out we go. And go.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. No one attempted or made more field goals in Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm coming.
Carr now on 1st down. It's complete to Williams. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike, 53. I can't believe that you
Now Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. This game, this matchup means a little more to the Carr family. Derek Carr's brother David, of course, the first overall pick in 2002 by these Houston Texans. Spent 5 years as the Texans starter, and then he would eventually spend 6 more years as a backup in the league at various spots before calling it a career. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Carr again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Whitney merciless, able to record his 5th sack of the season. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles are usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Hey, we're going 37's to Mike. Mike 37.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Hey, we're going 37. Mike 37.
Now Carr.
Crunch time, defense.
This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field.
Fourth punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Undercrunch. Check the hot read. Whip. Watch the whip. Deuce. Check.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Let's go.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I'm on.
Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Let's bring it. Kill.
Express.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
On 2nd down, Jacobs.
Check 13.
Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs. Pass complete, Carr to Brown. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now. Hard to believe the halfway. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it.
Wow. That ball gets knocked through, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Later, 9.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Yeah, baby.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Hey, seam 6.
On second and a yard. Carr. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things.
Go, Chief.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Carter throw on 3rd and 1. This one caught by Davis. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Throwing now is Carr. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr completes it to Davis. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary. Carr going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I can hear their sigh of relief all the way up here, partner. Now, they absolutely had to have that one, and they got it. Maybe it'll provide a little bit of spark heading into the half.
And help out their defense because they've really held serve, so now we got a ball game.
No doubt about it. They are right back in it and have to feel a whole lot better about themselves.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Motion, I got one. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
You go.
54 is down. He's coming.
Son, you go.
2-6.
Your nightmares.
Hey. 50. 50's the Mike. 50's
Now Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
You think you gonna get this? 54.
50's the Mike. 50's the Mike.
Watch the slant.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go.
55.
Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Here we go, D. Get up.
The final shot before the break. Watson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off for the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Check. West.
Here's Watson. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38.
36, 36.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
They're trying to show that. They can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
They can't hang with us.
24.
53, 53, check 53. I got you, son. I got you. You're on.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Check 3, check 3. 6 guys, check 6 guys.
Shift, watch the shift. Raider 1.
Protein spill.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Mike, 55.
Hey, my 7.
55 is Mike, guys, 55.
To throw, it's Carr. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, and they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Tighten up. Tighten up.
To throw his car. And this one's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Check.
Now. 180. 180. We're good. We're good. 180.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back now in Houston. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darian Conley, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners, who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right, and you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense. At the least, keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Out, 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 out. Eddie Weber.
It's complete. Stills. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Twist. Check. 53's Mike. Check.
Travel.
Ricky. Hatchet.
Line up, go.
They'll toss it to Breida. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown. Houston. Matt Breida. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Well, they had done a really nice job on him through 3 quarters plus, but you just had that feeling eventually he was going to get loose.
And this is why coaches always preach that it's a 4-quarter game, right? It gets trite for us. It gets trite for the fans. But this is exactly what they're talking about. What you did before was terrific, but will it stand up if you start giving up big plays as we saw there?
This time, the extra point up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Come on, boys, let's go.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, get them going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
I got you, pop.
Tight go.
White.
Slam.
Greystone, travel. Shoot.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. 23 yards on the play.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Monday, down. 180.
53.
White Monday. 280.
From the 38, Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Carr now to throw. It's caught by Davis. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Get that ball.
Hey, check right.
Throwing again. Carr. And he fires one incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have a look at it, 3rd and 10. Now Carr under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Carr. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll begin the drive with Breida, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
Well, they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Watch twist. Watch twist.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 30.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Here's Breida. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front.
Brandon, that touchdown certainly looks like the clincher to me.
Probably a little too much to overcome, don't you think?
I would agree. I say at this stage of the game, that touchdown should seal the fate.
On it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to
did the
preserve.
same. It smells terrible. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
What now?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Did they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yes.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 38. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give coming right is Breida. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. They run again with Breida. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
What is that? 19. Watch the slap. 24.
Watch the slap. 66. Bullet. Ha. Ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Mike's 50.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida.
Go, go, go. Run, run.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Woo! You got it. You got it. You got it.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Texans, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they dropped just their second game so